Hello. Are you feeling the effects of chronic stress these days? Are you taking comfort in the fact that so is everybody else? Or are you someone who says, I don't like feeling like this. What can I do about it? Hi, I have so much empathy for all that you've gone through in 2020 so far. But I know that having empathy can cause burnout. So I like to have compassion. To me, compassion is empathy with action, so you can feel like you're doing something. So that is why I am making this short video with tips about cues of safety to counteract cues of danger. What do I mean by that? Well, before, let me get out of the way. Here's what we know. This is from JAMA in April, that the kids who we're teaching now, the communities in which we live, the families that we serve, that the trifecta of COVID, the social justice movement in this country, economic recession, and how about one more, the social isolation, has just exacerbated the mental health problems that we know were so ubiquitous before we left in March. And you, in your role as someone who cares, you are most times susceptible to secondary stress, or secondary traumatic stress, which can lessen your life satisfaction. So, what we're going to do in a hot second is we're going to get to know your nervous system because you're going to need it. Quick, what do you see? Yep, I know. You see a fin, right? Some of you said shark, some of you said dolphin. What you're seeing is a slide that has 90% water on it. But your brain, because you are geared for survival, you saw the cue of danger first. So when we have folks in our classrooms who are focused on the cues of danger, which could be a mask, which could be the uncomfortableness of trying to learn virtually, right? Cues of danger can be all over. That is what the brain focuses on rather than all the things that are positive around it, or rather than the lesson you're trying to get them to pay attention to, right? That's a cue of danger. When we have a lot of cues of danger, it causes our nervous system to do one of three things: we fight, we flight, or we freeze, right? That turtle is terrified for his life because that leopard is nearby. So he has withdrawn, just like we do. If we're the type that freezes in stress, he has withdrawn. And we could pick that turtle up if we had big muscles, and we could shake him, we could try to pull him out. You know, when you try to approach someone who's shut down, that they need time and they need space before they can respond. And we know the fights and we know the flights. That is simple nervous system. That's not your mind doing something. It's how we react. So what can we do? What's in our control, right? Because it's really hard when I say stay home, I mean stay in that place where you have good self-regulation. Even if I'm in fourth grade, I have better self-regulation when my nervous system is calm than when I'm surrounded by cues of danger that I interpret as danger. And that makes my nervous system hyper aroused, fight, flight, freeze. Guess what? When we practice gratitude, that is a cue of safety. And if we can build up our cues of safety, they start balancing out those cues of danger. There are so many ways that you can practice gratitude in your regular classroom activities. And I don't care if you're teaching preschool or seniors in college, okay? If you do journaling, we can journal. If we write, we can write about that which we're grateful for. If we have morning meetings, if we check in, if we have brain breaks, at any of those times, we can go around and claim what it is that we're grateful for. If we take our students out for a walk, or if we do something virtually together, we can notice that which we're grateful for. Every time you do that, you know that you are helping the nervous system be less hyper aroused. You magician, you. So take a deep breath in and realize that we are surrounded by magic when we take the time to look for it. That we are surrounded by laughter if we listen for it. And that there's feelings of peace and calm around us if we tune into that to feel it. Take a deep breath and realize that at this moment, in this time, you have everything you need. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here. Focusing on what is right is how we move through suffering. Be well and take care of yourselves and those that you love.